Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to announce that somehow in 2023, Sanji has become slept on. This is mainly derived from the fact that the Sanji-Zoro debate is really heating up now, especially with Zoro vs King, Sanji vs Queen, and obviously, I had to cash in on that too. Also, the fact that his gag, which to be honest is completely valid to not like, because it's getting really weird sometimes, so that is another reason why people are hating Sanji as of recently. Setting those arguments aside, Sanji is without a doubt, without competition, without a debate, the best written character in One Piece. In an anime with over 100 million chapters, Sanji comes out on top. Now, I'm gonna get through all the reasons because our boy Sanji, he has really gone through it. To start, as I mentioned earlier, One Piece being this long really pulls it off by having somewhat static characters. For example, you pretty much see Luffy's full range of emotions and feelings through the first 80 episodes, but Sanji and Robin are the only ones that get huge behavioral switches. So in Baratie, Sanji is a character that clearly feels obligated to work the restaurant. To our knowledge, at that point, Zeph saved him from basically starving to death and even gruesomely broke his own leg in the manga. Now that I say that, why did he have to break his leg, Oda? That was like OD, he broke it with a rock. Anyways, Sanji feels indebted to Zeph and the rest of the crew. At the same time, pulling at him and anchoring him down is his loyalty. In order to understand this attachment, we need to jump all the way ahead to Whole Cake Island and where Sanji was before Zeph. A quick situation recap. Sanji's father, Judge, is an abusive scientist that all of his kids lack emotion except for Sanji and have had their bodies modified to the point where they have special characteristics, and Sanji is considered a failure, and also you need to remember they have a sick mother. Judge is a character that strives to be the best to a very extreme circumstance. He pushes this ideology on his kids as well. And as I said, he stripped his kids of their true emotion and empathy, which makes Sanji the ultimate failure, as he is not exceptional and he has a highly empathetic side to himself. So this makes it that his life is hell. 24/7, his life is hell. The only real silver lining in his life is his mother, who is his light at the end of the tunnel, where he gets to escape the harsh reality of being a lacking young child filled in this military science family. Through his cooking that he would always do for his mother, he was able to find his true passion, except all of that changes and is ripped away from him when she dies. All of a sudden, the one thing that was holding him down is gone, and he is now a young child surrounded by siblings and a father that constantly remind him of what a failure he is. To be a burden to a military family that lacks empathy, but at the same time wants to be the best, but you're a scientific failure and also a mirror to your father of his own failures. At the end of the day, it's really on him that you're not physically a beast. Even though you are technically a failure, he is the mastermind behind you. Thus, he is also a failure. So you're constantly reminding him that. And also, just something else to note about Sanji's mother is while she was pregnant with the kids, she took a drug that would ensure that they would still have emotions. So she also played a part in their father's hatred towards them. It got to the point where Judge just imprisoned Sanji and forced him to wear a mask so he would not be seen by the rest of the world because of what a disappointment he was. That mask is really symbolic of the fact that he had to hide his true face, the face of a chef, and instead had to pretend to be the face of a scientific warlord, monster, machine, animal, weapon of destruction. And that mask is really symbolic of the fact that he could not live the life he wanted to live and he had to pretend to be something he wasn't. Now, to just jump ahead, his sister lets him go, and all of a sudden Zeph and Sanji are stranded on the island, which of course leads to them running out of food, Zeph breaking his leg, all of that good stuff, them being hungry together, and he eventually is taken into the restaurant that is Baratie. Jumping back to Sanji and Baratie when Luffy meets him, it makes sense now his loyalty to these characters, but at the end of the day, cannot allow the crew of Baratie to become another prison just like he had the Vinsmoke family. He must leave to chase his dream, his true dream, what got him through the dark days, what he discovered in the cell, his dream that is the all blue. But of course, though, we need to jump back to Whole Cake Island. Sanji feels forced to have to go back to join Judge as he prepares for his allegiance with Big Mom due to the fact that he threatened to kill Zeph and all of Baratie, as well as he threatened to kill a lot of people. And you can now see that his fight with Luffy is weighed so heavily because Sanji feels selfish, that he left Zeph in the first place to join this new crew, the Strawhats, whilst then putting his old family at Baratie at risk, while also trying to pursue his own dreams when his actual family is beyond insane. Did I say family a lot? Someone called Dominic Toretto, Jesus Christ. But at the same time, hits a new all-time low, even worse than where he was at before. The Vinsmoke allegiance with Big Mom was going to be done through a marriage with Pudding, and Pudding at that point seemed to be a somewhat normal character who was just living living a life that they also didn't want to live, just like Sanji. So you kind of thought that's where they were going with that him and Pudding were gonna get together, and it would make sense that somehow in this mess he found a light, someone to help him escape from the darkness that is reality in Pudding, who seemingly really cared for him. And then he hears outside a room when he goes to give her flowers that she intended to kill him all along, and that she never really cared for him, and they were just trying to betray the Vinsmoke family, and she was trying to up her own status. And at this point, this was someone that Sanji thought was gonna save him from his reality. He hits a real rock bottom. He is forced to live with his family that hates him and is evil, and are forming an alliance with an emperor that wants to kill his captain. You've betrayed your crew in order to protect the people that saved your life, and they don't understand your true intentions, to the point where you fought your captain and he doesn't really know why. You get forced into a wedding that seemed horrible, then seemed like the light at the end of the tunnel, and all of a sudden you figure out that she wants to kill you. And at that point, you just feel like this character in a world of monsters, magic, and emperors feels more human and relatable than anything we've seen to the point. And not to ramble too much, Sanji feels more human than any other character in the story. Although everything gets resolved at the climax of Whole Cake with Pudding seeing the errors her ways, realizing that she is like Sanji. Judge is an idiot and obviously got betrayed by Big Mom. Sanji destroys a raid suit in Wano, asks Robin for help, and at that point in 2023, you can clearly say that he is the most dynamic character in the series, but he's also the most relatable and most well developed, and he really relates to the people that feel trapped in their own lives and don't want to live what they're currently living and want to change their situation. And it's something everyone listening can connect with and understand the true gravity of, and that feeling that Sanji displays perfectly is just done in a way that honestly will connect to everyone across the world and is easily the best character in One Piece. So with all that being said, if you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe if you want more content. If you think I'm an idiot, if you think this video is good, hit that subscribe button, drop some criticism down below. I definitely need it. And don't forget, we're just getting started. We're gonna stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video.